right, let's go through the chronology, and I'm talking about the Delta Force issue. Well, yesterday, 8 members of the pro-NPP Delta Force group were discharged. Let's say left to go free after the state prosecutor failed to raise evidence enough for conviction. The 8 were freed of charges of disturbances at the court, resisting arrest and rescuing people from lawful custody. We have more details of the reasons for which the state could not prosecute the 8 gentlemen who were thought to have freed the 13 arrested before them. But first, let's get an update on the 13 who were also in court earlier today, while Kumasi Circuit Court adjourned their case to the 15th of June. Kwesi Deborah was in court for us, and he joins me on the line with more. Hello, Kwesi. Okay, we don't have Kwesi Deborah at the moment. We'll try and raise him back on the telephone line now to give you some more information on that particular story. But what we have, like I said earlier on, let's return to the details of the reasons why the state could not prosecute the 8.
The complainant volunteered a statement. However, his statement does not suggest that he was a witness to the incident. The statement of the 2 policemen clearly indicate that they could not identify any of the persons that forcibly entered the courtroom that day in disregard of the judge's orders and aided the escape. Sergeant Asagre stated clearly that he could not identify any of the said criminals. Sergeant Evans Kugwezo also stated that his attention was on the safety of the judge, and after ushering the judge into her chambers, he returned and realized that all the 13 accused persons and their supporters had left the court. It is therefore difficult to ascertain how and on what basis these suspects were arrested. There is no indication from the diary of action that the police got any confidential information about the identities of the actual persons that aided the escape. Again, after the arrest of the suspect, there is no indication that any identification parade was conducted for any of the possible witnesses to have identified any of the suspects. All the suspects have also denied in their statements that they committed any offense. In fact, none of them admitted that they entered the courtroom that day, though some of them admitted being outside the courtroom that day. It is a basic principle in criminal prosecution that there can be no better identification of an accused than the evidence of a witness who swears to have seen the accused committing the offense.
So you've heard the details there. Well, public outcry against that decision has been led largely by the minority members of parliament who are seeking a rearrest of the 8 people. That is not the first time that this group has generated this level of public attention. At the beginning of this controversy, there were incessant calls for a disbandment of such groups, especially because of the high potential for the activities to foster a culture of impunity. The National Security Minister on the floor of Parliament had a response for those calling for a disbandment of such vigilante groups.
My information is that there are no legally registered political vigilante groups in the country. And for that matter, there are no such groups to be disbanded. However, I think we need to be pragmatic and accept that foot soldiers of the leading political parties have been known to constitute themselves into action groups to molest and unleash violence on the peace-loving people of this country, either from within or outside their political parties. So, Speaker, we need to stop such activities because these action groups have the tendency to degenerate into militant groups that can have serious repercussions on the security of the country. Mr. Speaker, we must not mix criminality with politics. Lawlessness must be punished as demanded by the laws of our country. Government has made it clear to the Inspector General of Police to deal appropriately with all criminals irrespective of their political affiliations. And Mr. Speaker, we must resolve as a House to urge all political leaders in the country to come together to deliberate on measures to discourage the establishment and recognition of such groups in political structures in the interest of state security. And I do know that my colleague, the Minister for Interior, is doing everything to ensure that these people do not escape the necessary sanctions as demanded by the laws of the country. So such activities as have taken place in the past are known, and clearly the police, which is responsible for law and order, will take the appropriate action.
Talk about the police taking appropriate action. We'll deal with that matter later. But on the streets, the feelings are mixed. There are those who agree with the decision to free them, and there are those who don't. But they all have their own reasons.
Why not? It's a good thing. Because when you take your mind back to that case of Muntie Tui, their case, even though it was what, a normal thing that the person said, they took it seriously, yeah. And with that, the president used his prerogative power of mercy to save them. Even that case, the president was able to what? To save them. Then what of what? The Delta Force. It is so. So they have to do what? Save them too. It is normal. So you have to take it that way.
No, it's not a bad thing. But what I suggest is that the security has to be very, very tight, so that something like that will not happen again.
It's a good thing to release them, because after all, we are all human beings and we are all committed faults. So if they punish them already, it's time to release them, because punish somebody for so long is not a good thing.
Court free them because I don't think they do have the enough evidence for that. And if they are free them, then it's the right to free them, because they don't know whether they were the people who make that noise there. So I think they are right. They are doing the best thing. That's what.
Okay, concerning this issue, the issue it's very delicate. I don't know why the court should allow these people go. Because one, we have a constitution, the 1992 constitution, that takes up everything. This constitution is empowered by everyone, irrespective of your money or anything. So I just don't understand why they should allow these people go scot-free, even if it's your government or if it's your government in power. Why should this be? We shouldn't take this into consideration. We should jail them so that people know, say, oh, the constitution is working, everything is okay.
The Delta Force, maybe they've suffered for the party, so they should have also helped them. Though what they did wasn't right, but at least they did something for the party, so they should have also been in at least some position in the party. Maybe that's why they did that.
So you think it's right for the court to free them?
Not really, but if the courts were having some evidence, they should have jailed them. But they left them because they don't have any evidence to it. That's right.
Oh, at the end, the Delta Force need the phone, they need to move on. We need the Ghana day. Now, her government will be asked the Omoye in the Omoya, my say, I'm ready. So, say, Obiam Bonnie, and I say, Metrosican and Mokun. Many judges for no can come jail on 25 years because the Omoye and the Sunni for so. Why by Abana and say, no chase could do Quasia.
He's essentially saying if he had his own way, he would have jailed them for 25 years. In the meantime, though, guess who is benefiting from this controversy? The Delta Forces. Here is their chairman speaking about an increase in their membership.
Say we are Jumama party, na party na power, na wo form na.
A party in power should be able to punish foot soldiers who flout the law, so others will know that the party works with the rule of law. This incident will not make us lose hope. In fact, our number has increased from 4,000 to 7,000 since the incident. The group has gained publicity from this incident, just as people have also realized that our party abides by the law.
and what you say, didn't you?
Oh, near a bayano. No more no a name say Sene Equality and I send a MPP muti, but now no beyond MPP Mudim Rane a year Juma.
Okay, so now their numbers are increasing. I'm going to take a very quick break. When I return, I have Chukwemeka Eze. He is Executive Director for the West African Network for West African Network for Peace Building. One of you join me in the studio right after this. Please stay with us.